Hello everyone, my name is Sukriti and I am currently pursuing my Master of Business Information System from Torrance University. Today we'll be talking about business communication. These are the contents I'll be talking about, including business communication, Microsoft Teams, exemplary business presentation, and so on. In this slide, I'll be talking about business communication. When we share the information either inside or outside the business for an organizational goal is called the business communication. It needs to be effective as it helps in building that trust, enhancing the relationship, which eventually increases the productivity and facilitates the innovation. Moving on to my next slide. In this, I have mentioned the exemplary business presentation. On left-hand side, the characteristics of exemplary business presentation, and on right-hand side, their outcomes. Talking about the characteristics, the presentation should be concise and focused. It should use the visual aids for the better engagement of the audience. The presenter should summarize the presentation in the end, which will help the presentation to change the mindset of the audience. It can build the trust for him. He can show the confidence, he can show the reliability. More importantly, it avoids the misunderstanding, which is the most important part of the business. Moving on to my next slide. Here are the areas where we can use our presentation skills in business environment. While we are interviewing, while we are meeting face-to-face meeting or web conferencing meeting, while we are talking to the suppliers or the clients, when we are delivering the presentation to the clients in terms to dictating them the technical work or selling any product. These are the areas we can use our presentation skills and it helps a lot. Moving on to my next slide. Now, this is my main topic. What is Microsoft Teams? It is an effective tool or an app which is used for the collaboration and communication purposes. Many leading teams are using this Microsoft Teams for their business purposes. It gives them the meetings, calls, activity, and many more features. Moving on to my next slide. These are the features of Microsoft Teams. It allows a fully integrated with Office 365, which allows the output, Excel, Notepad, and other SharePoints. It gives the @ feature. It comes with the cyber security with two-factor authentication. It reduces the email load and we can even record the screen, video, and comes with the third-party application allowance. And in my next slide, Microsoft Teams in business communication usage. It increases the productivity by 20 to 25%. As I mentioned in the McKinsey study, it shows that it increases the productivity by 20 to 25% when used technology in business communication. Using channels also helps in sharing information to a particular team. It helps in the educational learning. People are opting for the remote working over office work as they want to work in the area where they feel comfortable. Teams works great on phones as all time we don't have the heavy laptops and the computers. Moving to my new slide. Business presentation using Microsoft Teams. PowerPoint Live transform the presentation experience not only of the audience but to the learner, to the presenter also. The presenter view tool is a tool helps to the presenter to have the command on 2 or 3 things at a time, where we can chat, read the notes, and do the online chats at a time. Presenter mode tool help the audience to see the presenter and the content at a single time, which helps to see the non-verbal clues as well and help us to understand the content more. The audience can give the live reaction during the presentation in Microsoft Teams. Moving on to my next slide. Now, coming to my conclusion. After I have studied so far, according to me, effective business communication is the face of the business, and virtual interaction has altered the way it has given the new viewpoint. As we can see, business presentation, collaboration, and communication are done to a new extent. And Microsoft Teams has given all the features in one platter. Microsoft Teams is flourishing so well and will be one of the leading and one of the primarily need of the business communication. These are the references I have used for my presentation. Moving on to my next slide. Now, in the end, I would like to thank you all for listening to me and giving your time. Thank you so much.